This conference will now be recorded.
I think let me see if Deviate has the security console, because the major challenge is
This conference will now be recorded.
okay. So as we discussed, we are going to cover the security rules and cross violations rules. So what are these security rules or cross violation rules? Security and cross violation rules, security rules and cross violation rules are part of your security. So as we discussed in majority of the sessions, so the application Oracle has a well-mannered structured way of giving security to the users, to the organization as well, right? So how the application is providing access. So first of all, the access is restricted by role, right? So the person who has the role, the person who has the specific role, that person can be access to the relevant data. Maybe it is a GL or subledger, right? So how this role is getting access to the subledger or the ledger based on the data access set, right? So this is also one of your security component. So on top of this, there are additional security layers which Oracle offers to cater to the business requirements. Okay, so one of them is the security rules. So what is security rule? Security rule is it is like uh, deriving security rules. Actually it works at the value set level. So you need to create the security at value set level, and that value security rule needs to be assigned to the user. When you say user, it is responsibility, right? User is tied with your responsibility. So in other forms, security rule needs to be created, create SR, assigned to role, right? The role needs to be assigned to assign role to user. This is why this third step is coming into picture, because we are working on the test environment, right? Because the all the users will in your actual implementation, your actual world, employees, you'll be creating the user. All the employees will be creating as a user based on the requirement as per the access they would require. Maybe it's an finance team, I mean maybe it's a GL team or the payable team. Based on that requirement, you will be assigning the corresponding role to that user, right? So once the user is assigned, you will be providing the data access set so that the user will be able to access the corresponding data, right? So if the business requirement says to restrict some of the values for specific users who use the specific responsibility, right? So what is that security rule? Actually, security rule is used to restrict the user from using some of the one or more segment values from any of the given value set. So where do you use the segment values? Anyone? Where do you use the segment values? So while booking your transactions, right? While booking your transactions, maybe in your in case of GL, you will be entering the manual journals. But in case of subledgers, you will be entering your transactions. So when you are entering your transaction, obviously you should give the corresponding account code combination. So where the account code combination consists of your each segment value. So the security rule works at value set level, where it restricts the user from choosing the one or more values of that value set. Okay, so where that require, what exactly the requirement comes. So if you see our in our case, we have an INR PL, INR primary ledger, which has the company code, right? Company value set has two legal entities, right? MIT Power, MIT Ports, if I remember correct. Okay, so this user, the one of the user GL user, maybe one of the GL user maybe belongs to MIT Power, and yeah, one of the user maybe belongs to MIT Ports. So in this case also, because the user, let us say user A, user B. So it is a general rule, right? It is general requirement. The person, the employee who belongs to MIT Power should be able to access only the MIT Power. The employee user B, uh, who is from MIT port, should be able to access only that company, right? So this can be achieved in another time, another term. So let us say uh, department. There are many examples. Just I'm listing out all the examples, because uh, in your interviews, the interviewer might ask what was the scenario that you defined the security tools, right? It is just the concept is to restrict the segment values, but what exactly was the requirement? So you would be able to tell that. So for example, department, there would be multiple departments, right? There maybe your the common departments what we list here, generally these are applicable for all, but let us say uh, sales sales team will be available for both power and ports, right? So maybe procurement department, the department maybe it is. So I'm just thinking if you can list out any of the department. Let us say from this example, let us say the procurement department is dedicatedly used only by the users company from the MIT Power. So even in that case also, you can go and define your security rules, saying that this department should not be used by that employee. Okay, so this is how the security rule works. So what do? You go and create a security rule and assign that security rule to the role. The role will be, obviously the role will be assigned to the user. So whenever the user logins from his credentials, based on the role the role will be given access to the specific values. Only those values will be able to, he will be able to view those values, and he will be able to book the transactions for those corresponding value sets. Any questions? Okay, good then. So let us go into the application.
Thiru,
Yes, please.
Thiru, you were saying that can you go to the Excel sheet once? Don't mind.
Yes, sure.
You're saying MIT Power, the access will be given to user A, who will also be using the procurement. Okay. So you will create an SR asking for MIT and procurement access for user A, right?
No, no,
Does that?
no. No. See, just don't mix the two things. I have given two examples. Okay.
Okay, that's
So
department. What is?
department is
No.
the different segment. Company is the different segment, right?
So no, my
So
question is right. Like for user A, if he is getting access for MIT Power, will he get
mhm.
access for all the modules in Oracle? That means what general accounting, all subledgers also will he get, or that also we can control?
No. You're, I mean, what is the role concept then? See, uh, general accounting, so far we have seen the role called general accounting manager, general accountant, which
Yes,
has
yes.
given access to your general ledger module, right? So similarly, each module has its own roles. Okay,
Mm.
so for the user A, if you want to allow access to the payables, then there are corresponding roles for account payables module as well. Those
Okay.
roles you need to assign to the user so that you will be able to access the AP,
So now what we
right?
are discussing, is only on the general accounting roles. Assign, how
Correct,
to assign. Yeah,
correct,
got it.
correct.
Yeah.
So if the security rule, whatever you created, so let us say the company role, let us say this user A should have the MIT power only company access. Then it is obvious the security rule needs to be assigned to the roles wherever it needs to be restricted, right? So obviously right now for our example we are going to assign this security rule to the general GL general accounting general accountant and general
Manager.
accounting manager. But in
Yeah.
your real time you should assign these security rules for all the roles wherever you want to prevent the access to the user A for the other segments, right?
Yeah. Okay. Got it.
Let us see what are the departments this user has and this value set has. We'll define a security rule on value department now, because I think we had already defined custom data access set on company role, right? So what I'll do is I'll create a security rule saying that for the user he should be able to access only the 001 department. Okay. Okay, so value set code. Okay, so what you need to do first, you need to just give me 1 minute. I think we can navigate from the other farm as well. Just give me 1 minute. Let me take the value set name first. So from here also you can do. Let us see if we can directly navigate to value set. So the same one. Okay. Okay, no worries. I'm just querying for the relevant value set. Okay, so what I'll be doing, so I'm onto the right now we are on the value set form, right? So what we discussed, security rule needs to be defined on value set level, right? So what I am doing is, so just you need to enable the security. So what does it mean? these security rules are enabled only on this value set. So whenever you have to define security rules on any of the value set, first primary requirement is to enable the security enable and give your security rule name and just click on save, so that okay, someone has already defined. So it is not allowing the special characters. Okay, so now we have just marked this value set as security enabled. So we need to define our security rule now. So once you click on security rule, edit rule, there are two pages, two tabs. One is the condition and the other one is the policy. So what does these two tabs will do? Whereas one in condition page will be defining what is the criteria. Criteria means what access you want to give to the user by whenever assigning this security rule. Okay, just go and click. It is kind of if condition. And then give the condition. Column name will be value. And what are the operators? So operators are your condition. See, you might be there are various operators, various conditions you can choose from this list. Okay, so my right now what we have discussed, we are going to give access to this user only to the one of the department, right? So what I would do, one of the department means it is having the exact value, right? So one department which should be equal condition, equal operator we can use. If you want to give access to the user range of departments, let us say what 10 to 20 or 10 to 10 to 15, 1 to 10, whatever, right? You should see the some condition like range also, it is between. Okay, so similarly if you select the not between, what happens? Well, let us say you have the value set departments 1 to 20 and you don't want to allow this user for the departments listed between uh, 10 to 15. So if you take the condition as not between and give the values 10 to 15, the user will be given access to 1 to 10 and 15 to 20. The values between 10 to 15 will be restricted by this condition. Okay, so similarly there are many parameters you can choose with. So not equal is to restrict the one value. So from the same example, if you have 20 departments and not equal is to one department, let us say the department number 19 you have selected, then apart from 19 rest all departments can be accessed by this user to enter the journals. Okay, so it was 101, right? Because this rule column doesn't have the list of values, so you should be careful while entering the value. I remember it was, correct me if I'm wrong, it was the one of 101 only, right? Department number. Okay, so policy, what you do is, in policy we will be assigning this security rule to the role. Okay, you can give the start date from which date the security rule needs to be active, and the module is got populated automatically because this is general ledger. And the role here, actually the roles, what all roles this security rule needs to be assigned. Okay, application, so it should be FSCM. Okay, so there are different applications: CRM, HCM, OBI, FSCMs. Ours is the FSCM. What happened? Let us go and select the role, general accountant and general accounting manager, because for this user we have assigned the two roles, right? If you assign the security rule, for example, the user is assigned with two roles and you have assigned the security rule to only one role, what happens? Because the one of the role restricts the access, but the other role provides, right? So that the user will be able to access the GL data, right? So we are not going to create a new user to test this functionality. We are going to assign this test with our the existing user only. So what was this condition? Just we created the condition in the beginning, right? That you need to assign here. So I can see that role is populated here. Okay. Okay. Saved successfully and submit. Now the security rule is created. We have created a rule and we have assigned to the role. Correct. So let us go and see the accounting flex field. So we have done some changes on the value set, right? Let us go and check the accounting flex field structure, the KFF of the GL. What is that? Accounting flex field, whether it is in edited mode or deployed status. Can you see this is deployment status in edited? Why? Because we have done some changes on the structure, right? Indirectly we have done some error ending deployment. My God. This is what the problems with the test environments. Let me see the debate. Debate is controlled instance. I think it is dev2. It is dev2. Let me see debate as well. Hope this works. Dev43 because we did some progress there. But parallelly, while it gets deployed, let me work on the other instance as well. Just right. Must be Adani. MIT value set. This is not recreated. Dev2. I can't even see the home page. Manual accounting. So cost center. Let me see what are values. Okay. So while this gets deployed, we'll define another security run on this structure as well. Progress. Then what is this value set? Doesn't have the value set, man. Adani IR, Adani structure instance. So guys, did you notice one point? So while we are checking, sorry. So someone asked, where do you see the cubes and everything? So if you remember, once we create the primary ledger, so we have submitted the concept called a task called submit accounting, right? So once that task completes what I said, it creates a dimension. It creates cubes and dimensions, right? This is the cube. So cube will be created with your chart of account structure instance, and this will have the dimensions will be your segments and the other concepts. We will see that while we are working on the reporting structure. Okay, since I've seen that value, just I thought of explaining that. Sorry. Even this is also not deployed. By that time it gets complete. Structure instance. Adani underscore cost center. Locked by another user. someone is working on this value set, or someone has not closed this one. Not sure. S- 15 more to go. Okay, so I think we can define some security rule, but let us go and check what values does this value set has. No values. Okay.
And we could not able to open the web page also here.
Is it?
That error I have just posted here in the group.
In
More than
WhatsApp
this.
group?
Yeah, in WhatsApp only.
Okay, okay. So, view display error, program overview, number insight, and promotion. So when exactly you got this error, on which form?
ఇది DV43 అని చెప్పారు కదా అందులోనే లాస్ట్ 3 days నుంచి నాకు సేమ్ ఎర్రర్ వస్తుంది అసలు
Let me
స్టార్టింగ్ పేజ్ కూడా ఓపెన్ అవ్వట్లేదు
Once you log in, like you're getting this error.
Yeah, once
is
I
it?
have given the credentials, after that it is not at all opening. Since it is continuously
Yeah.
browsing only, and after that, after some time, it's after 10-15 minutes, I'm receiving this error.
No, actually you are logging with your own ID, or otherwise what we have shared that login credentials.
No, from not your credentials. I have created my user ID and password.
What is your username? User ID?
Can you
User ID?
ping none?
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
you can what?
Yeah. Ping me, I'll see it. Here you can continue, I'll see it.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Anywhere.
Share group also in chat, I'll see.
Okay.
Nagarjuna, the debate is it got refreshed or what?
With them, they also don't know. I'll check and update. They said, I'll get back to you.
You guys, we struck up actually. So not sure. So this ledger, I'm still clueless. Just give me 1 minute.
What happened, Kiro?
It deploy అవుతుంది, so it is taking time.
Oh yeah, deploy is taking time. Yes.
Yes. So I thought maybe actually మనకి CVR కూడా ఉంది కదా, so I thought again it takes time, right? So if other instance works, we can create a CVR and we can deploy. By that time we create a journal for security rule with this, the other instance will get deployed. So that will save some time.
Yeah, I'll check. I'll take new instance.
Intercompany also. I think we are referring the. This one has values, man. Adani INR primary ledger. Settlement maintenance. Okay, so while the accounting Plexfield gets deployed, so we'll see the other concept that we have in our plate for today. So the monitor, I think why we should wait for that to get completed. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Irani?
first,
Yeah, Rani, how you have created the user, but you haven't assigned any roles. Without assigning roles, how it
Yeah,
is
yeah.
coming?
No, no, no. I'm not, I'm ascending in just I have login, but here it is showing means it is still browsing at all. That's what I'm telling. Even I went to that same. Just I'm trying to use. Okay, I'll call you Nagarjuna later. Let that session complete. I'll call you
please work,
separately.
on up, no issues. So whenever you stuck somewhere, please reach out to him. Maybe if he has some time, maybe he'll help. So okay, I think just okay. Let me go into the other applications. I'm in dev 1, which is the other instance. So while the Flexfield gets deployed in dev 43, we have connected to the other application. So what we are going to see is the uh, account monitor. So for account monitor, it is not kind of that you are going to do it from your setup and maintenance. So you can do it from your uh, general accounting role. So just give me 1 minute here. What this accounting monitor will do is, my God. Okay, go to the accounting dashboard, general accounting dashboard. Okay, so here you can see the concept called accounting monitor, right? So just give me 1 minute. Okay, so here the accounting monitor term is given, the one of the concept on your the accounting dashboard. Once you click on your accounting dashboard, you will be navigated to the page. Here it shows some of the tabs in it. Okay, what does this accounting monitor will do is, it is an functionality kind of display kind of dashboard is given by Oracle to view the accounting balances of your uh, designated the code combinations. So how you do that? So it gives you a template kind of access to the users. Generally this can be configured by the users itself. When we say user, it is a business users, so it is not the specifically the implementation consultant has to go and do it, because it doesn't require the setup and maintenance access, right? So and also viewing these specific account balances, it depends upon the employee whose role is, right, whose role belongs to which task, right? So So let us go and create one template for this accounting monitor. Okay, so what we will do is zero, zero, one. So you can add whatever the name and description you can add, and display in where you want to display this in, which form. So by default it is an account monitor, allocation, close monitor, expense, revenues. These are the different options, but you can choose the application to be displayed. You can choose this the template to be displayed in your accounting monitor, set as default. So this will be the default template when you have multiple templates in this accounting monitor. And there is an option for accounting period, quarter or year. So time option, what would be the time option that you want to give to the system, so to fetch the balances. So we'll go for the accounting period and the comparison option. So when you select the when you submit this template, the dashboard for a given period, what data it should compare with the prior year period to date, prior year quarterly QT date, or prior year YT date. So prior period PT date, what is the comparison it should give. So you can put that as well. So let us say I'll take prior period PTD. What is the impact we'll see once it flush the balances. Okay, so access, whether it is private or public. So which, if it is private, then it will be visible only to you in your dashboard. You means it's the user, right? I've saved, I've just given the template, and I need to give the criteria, right? So which balances I need the system to display in my dashboard, right? That criteria I need to provide here. Simply click on the add row symbol. It is still at 27th page, 27 component. Okay, so name is the same name you can take, 001 company. So what is the ledger? From Adani ledger, right? Adani INL ledger. So from this, which company values I want to bring in? Okay, so Adani Power. So what happens? It brings you, it showcases the values that you which may, when we say values, what are those balances? Okay, so the how the balances comes into picture. Once you create a journal and post the journal, it gets update the balances, account balances, and those account balances we are going to retrieve now. Okay, so for cost center, I'll take all cost centers, and for accounts, I'll take all account balances, intercompany also similarly all. Okay, so what this template will does is, for a company called 01, which is part of Adani ledger, whatever the account balances it holds, whatever the journals, those are booked for the company one with all segment combinations. Those will be pulled and showcased in your dashboard. Okay, save and close. Okay, so when you see this was empty earlier, so whatever we had created, that is showing now. Okay, so you can select the period for which you want to fetch the balances, right? So select the period and click on this refresh. It is not showing, maybe there were no journals against this company code. Let me see, because let me select the let me select the all company codes. Even this doesn't hold any balances. It is not showing any balances. So let us see why. Because manage journals October 22. This is posted in which ledger? Adani INR. Okay, this doesn't have the balances because we had reversed the first two journals. In the other journal, the debit and credit, it is same. So that is why it is not showing the balances. So the journal lines, whatever those were entered in that journals, debit and credit, both lines were same accounts. That is why it is showing 0. Okay, I think we can define this quickly in our instance, our the test where we are doing, or else I'll do one thing. I can create one journal. Okay, so can you see the it is still 3000 whatever we had entered. This entity level, it is 0. You can see the numbers, right? Whatever we just posted, we can see the numbers. So just give me 1 minute. October 22. I think our security rule also is getting deployed. So we can see that, and we'll wind up just 2 to 3 minutes. Period activity it has shown 0 because the selection, whatever the selection we had taken, it include all the debit and credit, so that is why it had shown like 0. But let us query for the dedicated one of the account. It should show the balance now. So we had changed the selection criteria, so now you can see the balance, right? So for the October, what we had updated on the account monitor, we had given the configuration to the system saying that from the ledger INR Adani INR ledger for the company code 01 with combination of all cost centers and the combination of one account. For this account we had posted one journal, right? So with the 3000 amount, so with the combination of all intercompany segments, so what is the balance? This one had, okay. So it even provides you the drill down. So once you click on this one balance, it shows you the all the balances, what were the period activity, maybe debit or credit. So if let us say if this is the 5000 amount, maybe this same account might be debited sometimes and might be credited sometimes, right? So those entire activity you can see here. So once you click on that one, whatever the journals we had, all these journals are posted, right? So the account 11017, whatever the account is part of all these journals. That is why you can see the drill down as well. Okay. So the account monitor, in short, account monitor is to it gives you the user privilege to define his own templates to monitor the balances, depends upon his requirement, maybe with the combination of different uh, chart of account segment values. Okay, so this is one of the concept. And moving back to the security rules, I don't think it takes some time. I think we can see that CVR and security rules and cross validation rules we'll see tomorrow. So by that time, let it gets completed then. So